Right, hello there, welcome back. Okay, prize draw Sunday, here we go again. Now, last one, as you know, we do a prize draw every fortnight. We ask the question one week and we draw the winner, or Penny Pitstop. Hello, Penny Pitstop.
Hello.
She draws the winner the following week. So you know that last week we drew the winner for the tools. Today we are back to motorcycle security. We're going to do that alternating thing every single month now. We're going to do one a month on tools and one on motorcycle security coming right up to Christmas, which is going to be a really bumper prize, isn't it, at Christmas? We've got something extremely special planned. It's a big project and it will be a fabulous prize for somebody who gets involved in this kind of thing. Right, today's prize is going to be a disc lock and chain. It's one of these disc locks. It's a standard, it's a Sealey motorcycle lock and chain. It's their part number, let's have a look, CL129DL. If you look in the catalogue or online on the website, it's the standard that you get for a motorcycle chain. It's a square welded link, and the disc lock that you get is this shackle type. And I really like these. The disc locks that are like a slot that slots over the disc, they're alright, but they're kind of limited. They're only a disc lock. But one of these, it's a shackle lock that will lock onto the chain itself, but that'll also go through the hole in a disc. And when you lock something to a disc, it's extremely hard to roll it away. It really is. So there we are. That's what we're giving away today. It's one of those. The product itself, if you buy it on its own, this is something that's important. We've wanted to make this point today. I don't think we cleared it up enough in the last one. Last month we gave away, or last month on the security, we gave away this pretty cool, one of these, not this, because it's now gone to its owner, isn't it?
Yes.
We gave one of these pretty cool ground anchors. Now this item and this chain, they are a kit. Now WEMOTO, the guys that do the bike parts and so on, they're offering this as a set. So you buy that and this together for a price. And when I say a price, I seriously mean that. When you actually look at it, one of these which we're giving away today as a prize, these come in at £40.75. If you go on Sealey's website, that's 40 quid, one of those. That's a pretty normal price that you pay for a decent sized hefty chain and disc lock. Nice and universal, can use it anywhere, and that's about 40 quid. This ground anchor we did last month is £59.95. That's £60 for one of those. But the cool thing is, if you add that together, those two items are going to cost you therefore £100. But if you go on WEMOTO's website, you'll get that as a kit, and we'll put a link underneath for just 62 quid. Which is pretty good, isn't it, Pen?
Well, you're getting the chain for free then.
Practically free. This, if you go to Sealey, is £59.95. If you pay £62, which is 3 quid more, you get that thrown in. I think it's a pretty good deal. You get that from WEMOTO, like I said, and that's what I like. I think these days, the motorcycle sales parts industry, it really is going as far as it can to supply the stuff we need at the sort of prices we can afford. It really is. I mean, that's practically free if you buy one of those with the ground anchor at the same time. Right, what I want to say as well, before we get into the competition on this, on the last one when we were doing this, we had an awful lot of comments in the box, constructively intended, I believe, but talking about various other products on the market. You should buy this chain, Del, you should get that chain, get this chain, it's the best. Obviously, a little bit like tyres, tools, just so many things. There is a lot of brand loyalty out there. Many of you have gone and bought a chain from somewhere, you absolutely love it, you think it's the best in the world, and you're going to champion the cause of that product because you think it's the best. And I think we all care about each other, don't we, Pen? Mm-hmm. And we all want each other to have the knowledge of the stuff that we think is right, and that's exactly what we do here. We tell you what we think works and what you might better benefit from. But what we have been hearing a lot about is certain brands which, get this chain, get that chain, it's the best in the world. One particular brand keeps coming up. So I thought what I'd do is make a point here. A lot of these chains these days, even if you go to the top of the stack and you get a chain that maybe costs £200 and it's bolt cropper proof, the industry is still, the testing industry for chains is still thrashing that old dead cart horse about bolt croppers. They're still saying how this chain or that chain is bolt cropper proof. Now hang on a minute, this is 2017. How many bike thieves do you imagine walk up the road with a 3-foot pair of bolt crops in their jacket? They just don't. Come on, get with the program. Today, your average thief will carry a micro disc grinder powered by a lithium battery with a 3-inch disc in it. And that will cut a drill bit. You take a 12mm drill bit, which is made of tungsten carbide, it will zip through it in 10 seconds. No piece of steel cannot be cut with a grinder. And I do this all the time. You watch us in the videos, you see me cutting all the steel up for this. Any piece of steel, any thickness, any hardness, whatever it is, Because the hardest metal that I think you could possibly consider would be tool steel, if you're going to bend it and manipulate it, or the tungsten carbide, which is for drill bits. And that, if you ever want to cut, you can grind a drill bit, can't you, to sharpen it? And you can cut a drill bit in half with a disc. So honestly, today's bike thieves are walking around with a lithium powered angle grinder. It goes in a rucksack. They can surround it in a cushion or a big old rag wrapped around it so it keeps it quiet, zip through a chain in a few seconds. They believe me. If you honestly think, if you're so deluded that you think your chain you're talking about in the comments is the best in the world and you'll never get through it, I have a challenge for you, don't we, Penny?
Go on then.
Send me it then. You send me this chain you think is amazing and I'll cut it in half with a disc grinder. And if I can't, I'll send your chain back to you with £100 cash. How's that for a deal? And I think I won't be spending any money, do you, Pen?
I doubt
There's
it.
no product, there's no substance I've never managed to cut. You can cut concrete with a disc, a diamond disc, a carborundum disc, any of the discs you choose to use, any of them out there, you can cut through steel with it. You really seriously can. So don't delude yourself, honestly. Any chain can be cut. This is the sort of product you need. It's easy to carry, cheap and effective to buy, and it will deter any thief from nicking your bike because they'll just go to the next bike that isn't locked, won't they? Simple as that. So when you get something like this, you can chuck it in your tool bag or in your rucksack or anything, and you can lock your bike up with it. Simple. Right, anyway, you need a question to win it, don't you?
Yep.
So the question you need to answer to win this pretty cool tool is as follows. Okay, now fabrication. As you know, my favourite thing in the world ever is steel fabrication. And I love doing it with sheet metal, bar metal, anything you like. I love making things out of steel. So the question for today's competition is this. What was the very first steel fabrication project that I took on this channel? The very first steel fabrication project I did. I don't need the date, the time, the place, anything like that. I just want what it was. What was it I made? What was the first? It took a few videos, so you have to go back in the channel, look in the playlists, look back in the channel, in the archive, and you will find it. It's not difficult to find. It doesn't take much. You don't have to be a long-term viewer. You can find it very easily, and you'll find it what it was. What was the first project, the first fabrication, steel fabrication project I ever undertook? And once you answer that correctly, we can put you in the big gold box and she can pull you out as a winner next week to win this. Now, the other thing as well is we have changed, for the sake of our Penny Pit Stops sanity, the email address. We've been using the Moonfleet 10 address ever since we started doing these, but now because it's got so busy, we're getting many hundreds of entries every single week. We've decided to put a dedicated email address in place. So this email address here is now the dedicated email address for our prize draws. This is where you send your answers to. So when you know the answer that we just asked the question for, put that answer in the title of the email to this address, and that only. Then inside the body of the email, we just need your name and where you're from so that we can contact you back and tell you you've won the cool lock. Hey.
Yes, and I need entries in by Friday, 21st of July.
Friday, 21st of July. Get those answers in and we can draw you out as the winner of this next time. As soon as we draw the winner, we'll get in touch with you and we'll send you one of these in the mail, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Don't you think so?
Good luck.
Excellent. Anything else, Ben?
That's it.
Okay, there we are. Thank you for supporting these, and thank you to Sealey for supporting these as well, because they're sending these gifts to us to send to you. So it's very kind of them indeed. Take it easy, ride safe. Good luck to the winner. See you next time.